And joining us to discuss this, a mother of 10 and organizer of the National Day of Mourning for the Unborn, Elizabeth Johnston, and also the president of Students for Life of America and Students for Life Action, Kristen Hawkins. Ladies, thanks so much for joining John and I today.
It's an honor to be here.
Thanks for having me.
Well, before we talk about some of the conservative violence, let's talk about the fight that you've had and where we are today, that this has been now the law of the land, SCOTUS overturning Roe v. Wade. First, Elizabeth, to you, your reaction.
Oh, what a stunning and historic moment and a great day to be alive. We've been waiting for this moment for decades. Roe v. Wade was decided wrongly. It was egregiously wrong from the very beginning. And we are so excited that the Supreme Court has finally recognized that. And now our work only begins as this goes back to the states. States should not be allowed to allow the murder of preborn children. And so now we are going to work. They are going to scream, and we are going to get to work like never before.
So, Kristen, what comes next now for pro-life activists? This has been a goal of theirs for a long time. What are you focused on now?
Sure. This is why we launched Students for Life full-time 16 years ago, to be truly a post-Roe organization. Our job, it begins really tomorrow. The hard part in this fight, find a phase 2 in the pro-life movement, to ensure that no woman stands alone in a post-Roe America. And that's really what we're going to be doing. And that's what we've been doing for decades in communities across the country by starting, supporting, and sustaining more than 3,400 pregnancy centers and maternity homes across America. That's what we do every day on college and high school campuses, transforming policies so young women don't have to feel that they have to choose between the life of their child and education. So that's really where our work begins. We will be actually at state capitals, surrounding state capitals tomorrow, more than 20 states, with our Life is Louder rallies, demanding that our state office holders, those that have been saying for decades that they're pro-life, but they really can't do that much because we are waiting on this egregious decision to be reversed. Now is time for them to act. And this is going to be hard, but this is what we're called to do, to make abortion truly unthinkable, as well as unavailable in our nation.
You know, and obviously there's been a lot of talk too of the women who do choose and who've chosen abortion have come out and said this was not the right decision. I regret this. I mean, Elizabeth, a few years ago, we probably couldn't have even imagined a day like this happening, but now we're here. Do you see a shift even with the youth, the conservative youth, where there is more knowledge, there's more of a conversation happening on the right of a unborn fetus to live?
Well, certainly science, truth, and love won today. I have been on the front lines of abortion clinics for 20 years now. And my children and I, for 20 years, have gone out and prayed and offered true help and hope to the women going in, women in very broken situations. I've watched grandparents drive girls into abortion clinics. I've watched pimps drive girls into abortion clinics. And women do regret this decision. And sometimes they come out to us on the sidewalks and they beg for us to help them because they do not want to go through with an abortion. And truly, abortion has been the most exploitative industry of our lifetimes. And today, love won. Today, women won. And women all over our nation should be celebrating this moment today, as women can no longer be exploited by men who do not want to care for their offspring.
Kristen, you know, something that's not often talked about as much in this debate, because so much has been focused on abortion or not abortion, is adoption. You know, will we hear more discussion about adoption now that we have some clarity on the Supreme Court case?
Absolutely think you'll hear more about adoption. You're going to hear more about safe haven laws. You're going to be hearing a lot of legislation being introduced, like the Alternatives to Abortion Fund, that was actually handed down and passed the same time that the Texas heartbeat law was passed, that funded to the tune of more than $100 million is state funded in Texas to support women during their pregnancies and up to 3 years after the birth of their child. This is what we do in the pro-life movement. Despite what the rhetoric of the other side is, Nancy Pelosi was wondering today what the heck was going on. Well, life was winning today, Nancy, and the pro-life movement, this pro-life generation, now the first post-Roe generation, is getting to work, and will continue to work to stand alongside women to ensure no woman stands alone in this post-Roe era.
We hope and pray there is no violence, but we've been looking at some of these videos, and there's obviously a lot of vitriol and a lot of anger. We're almost out of time here. Elizabeth, can I just get the last word from you on what you would urge people, even if they disagree with this, what your hope and prayer is?
Again, let them scream, and we will work. Everyone, we need everyone who claims to be pro-life to find your local crisis pregnancy center, donate to them, and also volunteer to help them give real solutions to women in need.
All right, Elizabeth Johnston and Kristen Hawkins Forrest, thanks so much. Yeah.